Despite what everybody says, I believe the community banking is the foundation of our country, and it's going to thrive and be successful regardless of what happens.
Okay, so I'm Todd Poling from Clayton, New Mexico, with PMS and harvesting. I've known Craig my whole life. He was a family banker for my entire life. Between him and his dad, the Reeves family was always involved in our family banking.
Well, I'm Craig Reeves. I'm President and CEO of FNB New Mexico. We're headquartered in Clayton, New Mexico. I had, of course, known Todd most of his life, and his family had always banked here for the most part. And so when he came in after high school and said he didn't want to go to college, and Todd came in, and he was 18, 19 years old, had a vision to buy a truck and a loader. He was going to clean out feed yards. I remember the first loan at $20,000 to buy an old truck and a loader. Yeah, and I think that's where it is different for a community bank.
Well, when you're young and trying to get started, it's pretty tough to walk in and get started. You know, you go to a bigger bank and you're always talking to somebody behind a desk that has to go talk to somebody else. I walked in, I sat down in front of Craig. We looked at each other in the eye and we talked about what we wanted to do. And when we got done, we stood up and shook hands and come back and sign papers in a few days, most time a few hours.
Todd's grown into the second largest silage harvester in the country. It's a great story that I think shows what community banks are all about. I think they give the opportunity to realize that American dream.
You know, it's just like you say, it's family. I mean, you know, it's a I guess you call it a banking family. I mean, and we've all learned from one another, and from watching others that ain't in the loop.
The community bank is the foundation upon which that community is built. I think that community banking is the most important business we have in our country. I think the people will demand that we see more of it instead of less of it. But we have to admit the regulations and the pressure, the differences that we've had over the last several years make it very challenging to want to stay in the business. But we have to work hard to change that. We just have to.